Are you eating azodicarbonamide for dinner tonight? The answer just might surprise you. So if you haven't heard of it, azodicarbonamide is a chemical that apparently is found in things like yoga mats and the sole of your shoe, but it's also found in the bread at Subway, and they have agreed to phase this out, and I believe they're getting close to being done, or maybe they've already phased it out. I'm not sure. You'd have to double check with their whole team as far as whether this is still in their bread or not, but it's a chemical that is used to keep bread fluffy and puffy looking and to make it look whiter, and it may surprise you to find out Subway is not the only place you find this. This is found in a lot of different bread products and pizza crusts and other kinds of baked goods found all over the world. Well, at least all over the United States. I have a feeling a lot of other countries are probably not allowing the use of this. And Subway has agreed to phase it out because there was a big petition that went out in 2014 that kind of turned into some backlash for them using this in their bread products. But I think this brings up a really important point for us to understand in the keto and the carnivore communities. So I think it's funny that sometimes the comments that I get with some of my recipes that you'll know from my other Chris Cooking Nashville channel, like my bread, is that I'm using things like egg white powder and beef gelatin, and I'm using these highly processed products. But do you have any idea how many people eat Subway or other fast food restaurants on a daily basis? Take a look at this information. In 2014, it was reported that 7.6 million people are eating at Subway on a daily basis. That is bread with this crazy chemical being fed to 7.6 million people every day. Now, I don't know about you, but when I think about trying to change the health of the world, I'm all for keto and I'm all for carnivore and I want to be as clean as possible, but I get the comment that I'm using these processed things in my bread or in my other recipes, and then I look at something like Subway and I realize, look at all of the people that are not just getting the carbohydrates of eating the bread, but they're getting the chemicals and the preservatives and seed oils and everything else from Subway and countless other fast food restaurants on a daily basis. And it's not just the fast food people, it's big chain restaurants, even private restaurants, it's products in the grocery store, it's things that are shipped to our house or shipped to the store or fed to us when we go out to eat. It's put in commercials and it's put in ads online, it's on the radio, it's everywhere in our lives. We are being conditioned to eat all of these things that are filled with chemicals, sometimes that we don't even know what they are, and should probably not be anywhere near our food supply. And we're doing it daily without question by the millions and millions and millions of people, hundreds of millions, billions even. So when I do something like a carnivore bread recipe, one of the things I'm trying to do is not just reach people who are already keto and carnivore savvy. I'm trying to offer options that will start to encourage standard American diet people to give up their azodicarbonamide or whatever that stuff is, however you pronounce that, and instead eat things that we understand. Freeze-dried egg white powder, beef gelatin, heavy whipping cream, egg yolks, and then use it with clean deli meat or ground beef or whatever you want to put on some kind of a bread product like that. That's what I'm trying to encourage people to eat. I get it that we want to be as clean as possible and we want this diet to do amazing things for us. We all want weight loss. We all want a loss of inflammation. We all want to get rid of our metabolic issues and our autoimmune diseases and our skin problems and our pain and all of these different things. We all want that. But to save the world with keto and carnivore a little at a time, we're going to have to help people transition. And so I use these things because I want to see people that are going out and eating yoga mat chemicals on a daily basis and they don't even know. I want them to wake up to the fact that this stuff exists and it may be harming them and killing them slowly. And I want to give them an alternative so that they can take a step in the right direction. And I want you guys to help me do this. Yes, we want to be as clean carnivore and keto as we can, and we want to watch our diet as closely as we can, and we want to make sure that everything we put into our bodies is the best it can be. But there's a lot of things that go into how we do this. Some of it's cultural, some of it is habitual, some of it has to do with convenience or price. There's so many different factors that go into why people eat what they do on a daily basis. And if we beat people over the head with, you have to do keto and you have to do carnivore, but you have to do it perfectly and you can't have this and you can't have that, is not an approach that is going to get somebody to look at something like a Subway sandwich, look at that bread, realize that there is poison in that, not just the carbohydrates, those are bad enough, but also the chemicals and the other things that are in there that are making us sick, and say, you know what, I'm going to give this up and I'm going to swap it out for this other thing over here, this Chris Cooking Nashville bread. Make it into a hoagie and make your own Subway style sandwich. If that's what gets you one step closer to being healthy, by all means do it. We're here to encourage people that keto and carnivore, low carb eating, taking back your health, reducing all of your health problems, not relying on the medical system to take all of your money and then just keep you sick and keep treating your symptoms, not relying on government or political groups or anything else to tell us what we should and should not eat, but relying on our own experiences, the science behind it, our ancestry, and all of the things that we have proven through all of the hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands and more years of the human race living off of things that make us feel good. That's what we want people to rely on. And we want to teach them slowly how to take care of themselves, because I want to see people do their best, live their best, feel their best, and then I want them to take care of their friends and family and teach other people how to do the same. So let's do things like make carnivore bread and make our own sandwiches so that we don't have to eat these things from Subway, and we can convince other people to maybe give it a try. Keto and carnivore is the way. I'm going to link that bread recipe down below, which is on my other Chris Cooking Nashville channel. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to go watch that. And if you don't need that in your diet and you're good keto or carnivore without that, that's fantastic. But remember, there's a lot of people out there who aren't where you are yet. They might need some help. And doing these kinds of things, sharing my health vlog videos here on Chris Cooking Nashville Studios, sharing my recipes over on the Chris Cooking Nashville channel, share those with those people, because it just might be the thing that inspires them to take one step in the right direction to being a little bit healthier. I can't do this without you guys. We have to be an army that works together, that supports each other. We're just figuring it out together, and together we can do this and we can change the world one plate at a time. Thank you guys for watching me here for my first health video on my brand new Chris Cooking Nashville studio channel. Like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Share this video with people to tell them I'm here so we can do a whole bunch of cool health stuff, and we're going to have some very interesting guests and videos coming soon. I love every single one of you guys. Make sure to eat your meat, love your life. This is Chris Cooking Nashville here in the Studios channel, and I'm going to see you soon for more health information and more recipes. See you guys later.